All right, welcome back. We've been talking about the Titans and what they should do to help improve their secondary with the draft coming up in just a couple of weeks. There was some buzz, if you're just joining us, there was some buzz today from a lot of Titans fans who say that they should try to make a trade with the Seahawks for All-Pro Richard Sherman. The Seahawks have made it clear that they are open to talking trades for Richard Sherman, their All-Pro corner, first-team All-Pro, Pro Bowler. So we're asking you, Titans fans, do you want him? Should John Robinson call the Seahawks and try to set up a trade? 737-7767. Meanwhile, as they look to improve their secondary, another guy they brought over in free agency is a guy that they're familiar with and is familiar with them, the former Jacksonville Jaguar, Jonathan Cyprien, a hard-hitting safety that hopes to provide more pop in the Titans secondary.
What made Tennessee the right fit for you?
Tennessee is the right fit for me because, you know, I think this scheme is number one. I think I can really prosper here. It brings me back kind of to doing a lot of different things that I was used to doing back in college. And, you know, the city is a great city. And it's in a great conference. We can definitely take over.
What's your sense of what your role's going to be?
You know, right now my role is going to be, you know, to come in and play safety. I know that this is why they brought me in. It's either that. I know with Coach LeBeau, he has a history in Pittsburgh and using Troy Polamalu, and you know, I'm just a good fit for his scheme.
The league has done its best to eliminate certain types of hits, but I assume from your perspective, a big hit, when you can deliver one, is still important to a defense, isn't it, and why?
Oh, it is. It is. You know, it just sets the mentality of how a game is going to go. You know, it scares wide receivers, not only for the rest of that game, but for whoever turns on the tape, so that when they have to run a route and come across the middle, you know, they don't even go for it sometimes. So it's just a mentality. It's the way you want your defense to be known for, and you want to be physical and stout.
Is it your expectation that you'll start strong safety for this team?
Yes.
Did your experience playing against this team give you any insight into what you knew before you got here?
Yes, that, and also seeing them from the outside in, I can tell that Tennessee has been definitely taking strides in the right direction, and you know, I'm another piece of that.
What's your thought of being part of, I guess, a makeover in the secondary? They've obviously added Logan Ryan as well and a couple of other guys. What's your thought as far as gelling and coming together as a new unit?
My thought is that we're going to be the best thing Tennessee ever seen.
With the legal tampering period, did you know yesterday morning that you were going to sign right away, or was there still uncertainty at some point yesterday?
I knew at 4 o'clock yesterday.
How difficult was it, you know, over the course of your pro career playing for a team that's lost double-digit games each season, and what are your thoughts about this team moving forward?
Well, you know, in that case, you know, it definitely was a mindset to understand that you're still playing a game that you love and to make sure you go out there and have fun. I played my hardest and made sure the people around me did as well. The outcome wasn't what we wanted, and for whatever reason, but you know, I definitely enjoyed myself being able to take advantage of that opportunity. Here, I think you know, Tennessee is definitely on their way. We won 9 games. And let me not say they, I'm saying we from now on. We won 9 games last year. We're 1 short of making the playoffs. I think this is the year where we're going to make an even bigger step and continue to go forward.
That was a tough loss for the Titans on Christmas Eve at Jacksonville. What stands out to you about that game?
That game, you know, it was unfortunate. Marcus got hurt that game. That was one thing. But you know, that game was it was the game after our head coach got fired. And you know, of course, Doug Marrone did a good job of corralling everybody, and you know, just got us ready to play. I think that both teams just went out there and fought hard, and that day we got the better of them.
What do you think it's going to be like for you, Mr. Mariota? But you've been rivals with these guys all these years, and now you're teammates with you, Mr. Delaney, Mr. Mariota, a lot of these guys on defense. What's that transition going to be like for you?
Well, I think it's going to be smooth. You know, I think that we have a respect for each other. I have a respect for Delaney. I have a respect for Mariota. Marcus, you know, and I think that trumps everything. And now that we get to join forces, I think that we could just, you know, look at opposing teams and feel like no one could beat us.
How would you describe your style of play, and what do you kind of want to be known for here and in the league?
Well, I'll describe my play as kind of, I'll say dominant, but at the same time elusive. I think most people have to look at me, they feel like I'm a physical. Of course I'm physical, but at the first glance at me, you'll think that my size will stop the range and the flexibility of how I can move. But as soon as I get on the field, I can kind of do a lot of different things. So it's hard to say something specific, but I could just say it's a dynamic thing.
You have a reputation for being a better run defender than cover. Do you think that's unfair?
Well, that's I guess that's what the write-up is. You know what? I think I have strengths near the line of scrimmage, but I definitely have strengths away from the line of scrimmage, and I've proven to do that through my career playing football, and I hope to highlight it as much as possible.
Was there any one or two things that sold you that this was the place you could come?
Yeah, you know what? I'll say the city, all you guys, the market that's going to be behind it, and the way that we're going. I'm definitely in the mindset of winning, to take the next step and actually win multiple games, winning seasons in the NFL. And that's what we plan to do here.
Do you know much about the other personnel you'll be working with in the Titans defense? Maybe Kevin Byard, especially a young guy who was drafted last year. You know much about some of the other guys in the secondary yet, or you got to do some studying on that?
I got to do a little bit more studying on that. I know a couple of them, but I know of a couple of them, and you know, of course, we interacted between games. But, you know, we'll get to know each other personally soon.
You're very much a strong safety, you think? I mean, your attributes sound like they fit that position.
I think I'm a safety.
And you touched on LeBeau. You looking forward to working with him?
Oh, yeah. Yes. 100%.
Anything else?
How much did Gibson last year kind of change things for you, being able to play next to a guy like him?
You know what? It did change. That was the first time in my career that I actually played next to a veteran safety. And, you know, just coming from two different places, especially me coming to the league, playing for an organization that was kind of brand new, definitely rebuilding. And I was the leader fresh out of college of an NFL team. With him going through his own experience, actually being mentored by the guys that he was next to in Cleveland, he was able to bring those things that I wasn't able to experience to our locker room. And with that, you know, I soak it up as a sponge. We both learned things from each other. We're close in age, and he's a great player. We both knew that we both had great strengths, and we had weaknesses, you know. But we played well together, and he's a good friend of mine to this day.
You're probably the old guy now. You ready to shift into that?
I think so. I believe so. Like I said, I've done it before, and only now I'm just more seasoned, and I understand what it takes to handle an NFL season and how you prepare and how you go about things, and I'll be ready to give whatever knowledge I need to anyone who needs it.
Did you already have the two-tone blue suit and tie?
Well, you know, yeah. Well, look, let me just say this. I already did have it. Why? Because, you know, these colors are so good. They go together. You know what I mean? I already had it in my closet, so it's kind of meant to be.
Jonathan, I was just looking at your bio, and you're from Miami. You played at FIU. You played for the Jaguars. This is going to be the first time you ever played for a team that's not in Florida. Is that going to be a little strange to you? It seems like a big difference.
Nah, you know what? I'm really excited. I mean, I would never want to be a 90-year-old man that only lived in one place. So I'm excited to move, and what better way to do it, playing for an NFL team in Tennessee.
It was reported out of Jacksonville that the Jags did not make you an offer to stay. Did that surprise you in any way? And what does that do to your mindset, if anything, moving forward, now playing for a division rival?
Well, yeah, I guess they didn't make an offer, and with that, you know, I just looked the other way. I understand that I can't look behind me, and I just got to look forward. I didn't have my mindset on being in Jacksonville, so I didn't make. I kind of made myself be prepared to go anywhere else, and I'm really looking forward and for my career to go in a different level.
Jonathan Cyprian coming over to the Tennessee Titans from the Jacksonville Jaguars, the safety who says he's a starter with this team. We shall see how things progress. The Titans also shoring up their special teams during this offseason period with free agency, bringing in a former Pro Bowl kicker by the name of Eric Weems, spent a lot of years with the Atlanta Falcons, and now he hopes to add a boost to the Titans' kick return game.
In the return game, are you a straight line guy, or will we see you going coast to coast?
I'm more of a straight line guy. You know, I'm not no dancer or a shake guy that's gonna give you all type of juke moves. I'm a hit it and get it type of returner.
Obviously, Mike Mularkey was adamant about revamping this part of this football team. How appealing, I guess, was that to you, knowing the stress that was being put on this aspect of it?
It was very appealing to me because he knows what I can bring to this game, to this side of the ball with special teams. He knows how hard I go and the type of heart and energy that I put into the game.
Was your previous relationship with him and Coach Trubisky?
My relationship with him was really good, on and off the field. I've been with those guys for quite some time, and it's an honor to be here with those guys again.
What do you think about the moves that he's made so far? Has been very special teams centric. Kind of, why is it important to shore up that aspect?
Well, special teams is third phase of the game. It can make or break a game. Games are not just won or lost on offense or defense. It's three phases to a game, and special teams can lose you a game.
Some of these guys too are like, including yourself, your specific niche is being a special teams guy. That's a select group in the NFL.
Right.
Can you just kind of speak to the pride that you take in that?
Well, basically, it just like with special teams, you got to have that hunger, that grit, and that attitude to want to do it. You're on the field for one play. So with that one play, you just got to give it all you got. That one play, we need maximum effort because, like I say, special teams can make or break a game. You can still get 6 points on a special teams play.
Tough to step away from a team that just played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's very tough, with the bond that we had at that team. But, can't live in the past and everything. You got to move forward.
How would that help you, though, bringing experience of you've been there before, been in the big game? How much do you think that helps the team?
I think it will help, certain guys, who hasn't had that, that experience. Guys will look up to that, seeing how this guy does it, that guy does it. Guys will look at, certain guys who've been at that level and look at see how they're doing, in the classroom. Versus being physical on the field, because you got to learn in the classroom as well. You
probably wouldn't have come here if you didn't think this team was capable of doing some special things.
Right.
Itself.
Right. Within the later part of my years, with this team here, they won like 9 games last year. So the arrow's pointing up here. And I just want that opportunity to get back to where I was last year.